Hello, this is Matt and Josh from Yousellcomics. Another episode of Slingin Books, Talkin Shop. We're back today because Josh is back from his trip from Mexico. But before we get started and learn of all of that, plus the news of the week, Yousellcomics is your new multi-vendor marketplace for selling comics, slabs, omni trades, and more. Yousellcomics never charges commission on any sale. Sell for those $5.99 a month or run your own auctions for $50.99 a month. Sign up now for a 3-month free trial. Yousellcomics.com. So Josh has been off for a week. I guess he been got, what was that, 8 days, 9 days?
It's about 8 days.
So let's start at the beginning of the trip. Did you have any delays at the airport? You flew
I
to
did not.
Toronto, right?
Yeah, so apparently, as you know, going through the motions, I'm learning what the deal is. So, yeah. I'm new and I'm trying. It's from McDonald's. They give their trainees that. That's a real thing, by the way. It's the worst ever. The beginning of the airport was fine. The middle was okay too, and so was the end for the most part. Because
getting there, you mean?
Yeah, no. Like everything almost. Because we flew out on like a Tuesday morning early, which they consider like a light business day.
Oh, nice.
So because it wasn't like a Thursday to Sunday,
right?
It was apparently way better.
Oh.
I waited for my luggage for like maybe
luggage. How much luggage did you have?
30 minutes.
Carry on and
maybe 30 minutes.
And a school bag.
Well, I brought a luggage just in case I bought souvenirs or something. Or whatever.
Like surfboards?
And,
you brought
yeah, I bought back a couple of surfboards. Miniature boards. Actually, it's one. No, it's 4 pieces. It goes together. But no, it was all right. Got picked up by the bus, shuttled right straight to the resort. It was pretty decent.
Was there lots of other young adults with you that you did? Like, was it a plane
it
full
was
of young adults going to Mexico?
Yeah, so basically it was a group trip, but it was the resort was like all ages or whatever, but there wasn't a ton of kids.
Kids?
Yeah, there wasn't a ton. So this place was so huge that it was broken up into 4 different resorts in the same like compound, one of them was across the street and was the PGA official Mexico course / resort. Right. So all the adults were there, but it wasn't next to the ocean. It was on the other side. So then the other resorts had all the kids for the most part, and then ours only had a mild amount of kids.
Oh, okay.
So that was all right.
Do you remember every day, or is that tough?
I remember every day. I don't remember going to sleep one night. Okay. That was Mexico, baby. Yeah, I definitely got heat exhaustion. / heat stroke, whatever. Pick or sunstroke, whatever. I definitely had it for at least 3 days out of the trip. And yeah, it was insane. So we did 2 long day excursions, and they were supposed to take us only a certain amount of time, and each one took an extra Mexican 5 hours. So it was a lot in the sun.
Sorry, there's a car alarm going off in our driveway, and it's our neighbor, not us. So no one's trying to break into my mother-in-law's car.
That's good. That's good news. As long as we can't hear it on stream, we'll be fine.
Yeah. The RTX broadcast is probably filtering it out.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, so it
was good.
Okay.
It was good, nice and relaxing for once.
Was the alcohol included in the?
Yeah, booze was included.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised that only one night you didn't remember going to sleep then.
Give or take.
Well, you are getting older.
Yeah.
You're not in your mid-20s anymore.
Don't I know it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Josh had a good time in Mexico.
Yes.
No problems getting back? Like you said in your message, you're like a 14-hour travel day. Did you have like stopovers, or was it not?
Yeah. So basically, it was supposed to be an hour and 10-minute drive from the resort in the shuttle bus to the airport.
Yeah.
There was traffic. That ended up being almost 3 hours. Then we were delayed half an hour. Then we got into Pearson and they held us on the plane because there was too many people in the airport.
Jeez, how long did they hold you on the plane for?
It was like, I don't know, I think it was like maybe an extra 30 minutes.
Oh, see, I read, what did I read? I read that some airports were only letting people off 50 minutes at a time when
I could see that. If there was a weekend, I could see that because
planing.
They did a lot of whoever was connecting flights, and they are obviously delayed. They let them get off first. They gave them priority.
Yeah, so you got to be in the front section there to get off first.
Well, yeah, but the thing was, like, if you were on this flight for a connecting flight, like, there's people all over the plane.
Oh, yeah.
That had connecting flights that had to go first.
Right.
They asked them to go first, obviously, and then once they got clearance,
you had a connecting flight to get off.
Sorry.
Did you have to prove you had a connecting flight to get off?
No. So there was a couple of dickheads, and one guy, my friend heard him call this other guy out, and he was like, "Oh, you have priority?" And he's like, "Yeah," like he was being a dick about it. He's like, "Okay, cool," and then he let him through, and he's like, "By the way, get your boarding pass ready." And the guy's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, get your boarding pass ready because I got mine, and I don't have a connecting flight, but you do, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, but I don't have to get it out." And he's like, "I think you might have to." So yeah, that almost happened. And then we had a mouth breather on the plane right beside us on the way back. This guy,
like no mask, and
this guy sat down, basically got lazy, and then pulled it underneath his chin like a fucking chud.
Yeah.
And then fell asleep and kept exactly, and then started coughing. And then by the way, I know the air attendants go through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Every single one on my flight barely tried to tell him to put his mask back on. One of them walked by him when he was asleep.
Yeah.
When he was asleep, and she was like, literally, I think if she took a feather and then just brushed his shoulder very gently and said, "Can you put your mask?" And then she just kept going, and he did nothing, obviously.
Yeah.
And I was getting pretty pissed off.
A lot of money to put up with that.
Nudge somebody and tell them to put their mask on. I don't give a fuck. Like, do it. There were so many people that wouldn't do it. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was awful.
Wait, so is it still required to wear a mask on a plane in Canada?
Yes, Canada, you have to wear a mask on the plane and in the airport at every moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah. When I went to Tampa, that was not the
not a chance.
That was not the rule.
Not a chance.
I've lived in Detroit, so.
Yeah.
Okay. So things
anyway,
to talk about the ending of Miss Marvel. You said you watched it, yes?
I did. I just watched it last night when I got home. Okay.
Well, let's start with the Marvel and Star Wars Emmy nominations, because that was last week while they were gone.
Didn't even see that.
Yeah, so I mean, there's not a lot of acting nominations. There's a lot of visual effects and some directing, I think. Maybe some directing. But F. Murray Abraham got nominated for the voice of Khonshu and Moon Knight. That's a notable one.
Okay.
Costumes, music composition, sound editing, stunt coordination. That's all for Moon Knight. Loki got cinematography for single camera series, costumes, music composition. So, wait, is Marvel be up against each other? Oh, because they're in different categories. I guess because Loki got a season 2, it's not a limited series, so it's not against Moon Knight for those things.
Okay.
Book of Boba Fett. Well, they're all against each other for outstanding fantasy sci-fi costumes.
Right.
Sound editing for comedy or drama series. special effects in a season or movie, outstanding stunt coordination. What If got nominated for animated program, voiceover by Chadwick Boseman and Jeffrey Wright. Hawkeye got nominated for stunt coordination for a comedy series. Star Wars Visions got nominated for outstanding short form animated program. Did you watch Star Wars Visions?
I only watched, I think I watched one episode, but I enjoyed it, and I wanted to finish it, and I didn't finish it.
Some were better than others.
I see.
Yeah, like I'd watch it again. There's like 2 or 3 that are really good, and the others like eh.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay, so moving on to Ironheart, cast.
Oh, really?
Han Solo has been added to the cast of Ironheart. Alden Ehrenreich has been cast in the upcoming live-action series in an undisclosed key role. I assume we're gonna get that this weekend because SDCC is this weekend, starting tomorrow, I think. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh yeah! Wow.
So the series will follow Riri, a teenage girl, and she's an inventor who goes on to create the most advanced suit of armor since Iron Man. Snowpiercer writer, playwright, poet, educator Chinaka Hodge will be serving the series head writer. The movie was great. I've actually heard pretty good things about the TV show Snowpiercer, which I thought
the movie was amazing.
Like, why would anyone make this into a show?
Yeah,
the first one came out and people liked it, but it wasn't. But I guess season 2 and 3, and Sean Bean I think is in it too.
Yeah. Yes, I think you're right.
Can you see the screen now? You didn't reply.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I can. Sorry.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. He's a good actor. He was fine as Han Solo. I think he's done a lot since then. He might have got a little lost a little bit of his flair for after being
blacklisted
a Star Wars movie that didn't do well. Although he was in that Coen Brothers movie too, but I think he got that. He got solo
as he was. That makes sense.
Miss Marvel head writer reveals big plans for the season finale. Oh, so the season finale already happened, and we didn't do a show, so I left that in there. So let's. Did you watch all of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched that.
Did you watch till the end?
Oh, of course. Okay, wait a minute. The end. We're talking about the big tie-in.
If you haven't seen it yet, spoilers.
Big spoilers. Oh my! There's not going to be what?
So beware.
Oh, there'll be. It's gigantic. It's huge.
Okay, so let's talk about the series overall. Going into it, I think for me, it was very good.
I also thought it was quite good.
It's different. It's like light. There's not really a heavy matter, but the relationship between Kamala and her mom is, it's great and it's infuriating at the same time because I remember me being a kid and having that fight with my parents of like letting right? Mm-hmm. You, not so much. You didn't really have parental rules. You could just do what you wanted. However, I came from a religious household that had stupid rules where I couldn't go out with my friends at a certain time, blah, 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 to see whatever, right? So that was kind of personal for me, and I related to it, regardless of whether it was, a mom and daughter. I still had that father, son, mother thing. Yeah, so I related to that relationship. I definitely related to the grandmother relationship too with Kamala and her grandmother. I liked, and Kevin Smith talked about this a lot, I guess in his review, that they like that you, and I would agree with this, that you can write a show and still educate people on history.
Oh, 1,000%.
With the partition and British rule.
I was actually gonna say that the second last episode was one of my favorite ones of all of them.
Yeah,
which was the one all about it. So
you can still do that and still have good writing, and I I don't know if it's so much educating as letting people know that this happened. I mean, I suppose the other side would be like, oh, they're trying to like, I don't know. It's the other side is arguments are so stupid for this. But anyways,
fuck them. I don't care.
Yeah. So the finale, with Cameron kind of turning bad and then good, or bad or good. Wait, bad. Yeah, bad then good. And the Department of Damage Control or whatever.
Yes, damage control.
Like the damage control part was probably the weakest part of the show.
Yeah, it was kind of whatever, which was fine. It like took a back seat, I guess. You know what I mean? Just fine.
I guess I didn't really get. Was their end game? I guess just to kidnap the kids and put them in jail for something for causing vandalism and damage. I don't know.
Yeah, like I'm assuming that. Well, no, she didn't. Wasn't it they just wanted to like examine them and stuff and like understand their powers and then I guess let them go.
They were gonna let them go, or they were gonna experiment on them.
I don't know.
Yeah. So in the end, we got the suit. Her suit's great.
The suit was really cool. Yeah.
6. I don't really know how the two worlds are going to interact now with the energy.
Yeah. So okay. So I just wanted to say as well, as a whole, I thought the series was great. Mm-hmm. I also thought I thought her acting was good. I didn't think it was amazing, but
it's her first time.
It's first time. Just getting there.
Give it a little break.
The family actors were amazing.
The brother and dad were so good.
They were so good. The mom was amazing. The grandma was so good. Everybody, they killed it. Like I said, I think the second last episode may have been one of my favorite episodes. The finale, obviously, being probably my second favorite. That ending, man.
Okay, so there's there's something that changes the entire MCU.
Oh fuck! This is how it happened.
I don't know how they're gonna. I kind of don't know how they're gonna explain this, but it's so in the comics, Kamala's has inhuman genes, and that's how she got her powers. But for the MCU, she has now been labeled as a mutant. Her genetics have mutated, and that's why she has her powers now, or at least that's why she's able to interact with the what's it called? The band,
the Nor.
Yeah. Or the bangle. Was it called a bangle?
Yeah, the bangle. Yeah, but the energy was from the Nor. Yeah. Okay.
So in the beginning of the show, they said the only reason why she could interact with it was because of her genetics down the line from her ancestors.
Yes.
So does that mean I guess that means her ancestors were also mutants. So
one major thing that I definitely caught on, I hope obviously you did too, which was in the second last episode, and they show what happened during the partition and what happened to Aisha. She used just the power that she had within rather than having the bangle, because she gave the bangle to the kid and the kid was looking around, and she called out to and got she popped off two things and they turned into stars, right, or whatever. And it's just because oh my god, as soon as I saw that happen, I was like, oh fuck. Oh fuck, she used it without the bangle, baby. I got it, dude. I knew right away as soon as I saw it and she used it without it. I was like, oh fuck, they're gonna do something about mutants. And then dude, when oh man.
So then I guess the question is, how does this lead to other mutants being in the MCU?
Yeah, so
the first one we know about. Do we just start learning about other ones that? I think all of us would think it's weird that there was a Professor Xavier running around with telepathic powers that no one knew about, or Magneto, or a Wolverine,
Yeah.
Or you know, a beast, a big blue guy walking around that's like a beast.
You know what, I'm having a hard time imagining trying to figure that out. Like, I mean, I'm sure
unless those
but
two worlds end up colliding somehow and the mutants come from the other side through.
I could see that. And remember we talked about rewind a little bit, but if you remember when they announced that they were going to bring back the X-Men 97 comic animated show. Sorry. 92. Well, did it? No, sorry. They're calling it X-Men 97 now, right?
Right, but it's a continuation of the 92.
Sorry.
Yes.
Right. I'm sorry. So when I know. I'm sorry. I was 3 years old. So when they announced that,
yeah,
and then they did the what if, and we saw the cartoon world, like animated world meld or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they fucking put it in Multiverse of Madness. I was like, whoa. If they're gonna do that, what's the chances of them making that animated show and then something happens and fucking these characters come out of the show and like they're not animated.
Out of the animated.
Yeah, or something. You know what I mean? Like something, obviously something fucking crazy or whatever. But I mean, it's a fucking possibility. There's something related to that.
That's interesting. That so in Multiverse of Madness, when they go through all those different worlds, they turn into like paint at one point, or like right. So does that mean if the people from the Paint universe came through to another universe, they would be normal humans then?
Right, because they turned into paint, right? They were paint.
Yeah. So I guess, if mutants come through it from the animated universe where they're all like, you know, animated, they get thrown into
oh my god, and they've been through all this. They've been through everything.
Human. Yeah.
Oh my god. And they walk through some fucking portal, and it's like,
sounds like we're on mushrooms right now.
You know what?
That's a crazy idea.
Mark down the timeline on the cast when it was, and you get back to me in fucking 3 years when we're watching these guys walk out of a fucking portal made by America Chavez or something.
Yeah.
And Miss Marvel and whatever, and they're all using powers, and then all of a sudden, oh boom,
and you see them walking through the portal as animated people, and then they come through.
Yeah, because or they go back to where Professor X he died, and now he's alive, and you know, bring him back in the animated, you know, I don't know. Shit. Anyway.
So
mutants.
I have Thor news, I guess, but you haven't seen it yet, so I'll be like,
we didn't even talk about the end credits.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, so at the end, all right. So at the end credits, Kamala's in her room, and her bangle starts to flash.
Yes.
And then does it flash or the closet starts to flash?
No, I believe the bangle starts to flash.
Oh yeah,
in
I think
different.
It flings her into the closet.
Yes.
And then out comes Captain Marvel, who seems disoriented and like, what the heck? And then you hear Kamala's mom shout, I think, from the kitchen or whatever, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
And then she runs off screen. I don't know how that worked. I guess we'll find out in the Marvels.
Of course, as they say
worked. The switching worked, but
yeah. So I personally feel like the twist when she got pulled into the closet. I feel like that was the same, you know, teleportation twist from Multiverse of Madness. It looked pretty much dead nut similar, I thought, personally, anyway. Oh. So when I first saw that, I was like, okay, so instantly my brain was like, okay, so something happened during Multiverse of Madness that caused this.
Right.
So now the swap has happened, and now we're obviously going to learn about that in the Marvels, which is also going to include Spectre / whatever they call her. Oh my gosh, Monica Rambeau?
Yeah.
No, her. Yeah,
Monica Rambeau.
Yeah. We're obviously going to learn more about her and like her, And the other thing too is how her transformation happened as well. Like I feel that one was pretty crazy in WandaVision.
Yeah.
And I feel like this
come out this year.
What?
Doesn't the Marvels come out this year?
The show?
No, the movie. It's not a show. It's a movie. The Marvels is a movie.
Oh, I thought it was a What? I think it was a show.
It's a movie.
I don't. 2023.
Oh, what's the date? February? I thought it was pretty early or close to December.
July 28th.
Wait. So what's between?
I don't know. I gotta check.
The Marvels then. I feel like that date got pushed back, but Guardians 3?
Maybe.
You know what? I guess we'll find out. We'll find out this weekend what the slate is.
Yeah, no, of course, but hopefully we'll find out more stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be pretty sick.
Okay, so Thor: Love and Thunder has been out 2 weeks. Apparently, Marvel Studios told Taika to make the movie under 2 hours. Because after the Eternals being so long, they thought it was a good idea to not have another long movie. I think mandating. It's a tough thing. Like some shows get 10 episodes, and you're like, well, this should have been 8.
Yep.
And other shows are like, well, they could have fleshed this out more. This could have been 8 instead of 6.
Yep.
Or it could have been, a lot of the knocks on the Mando episodes are like, oh, the 32 minutes, the 38 minutes. They're not like the average 41 to 45 plus credits or whatever. Or even the now average of like 45 to 50 minutes or 55 minutes for most like streaming shows.
Yep.
So I get why, I don't know, I get the benefits of having a mandate of it's got to be short, but I also get the benefit of letting the director do what he wants.
Yeah, like I don't understand why they can't just kind of have a weird common ground where it's like, made it's fucking 2 hours and 20 minutes long. And then they come back and they're like, shave 15 minutes off, give us a break. It's like, all right, I'm like, fuck.
We know that Taika has 4 hours or shot 4 hours worth of footage.
Oh my god.
But I did see some people asking for a director's cut, and Taika responded to that by saying director's cuts always suck. My movie is the movie.
Really? Wow.
If it's on the cutting floor, it's supposed to be there.
I did not know that.
So we will talk about that after you've seen the movie. Are you going this weekend?
Yeah, because I got to see Nope too. But
this weekend too.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go see it actually Thursday night. But I do have one question for you. Obviously, you're not gonna give away anything. Totally fine. All good. No, please don't. But was it too wacky?
It's Taika. So if you don't
I understand.
Go in expecting that.
Well, I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
I think the next movie, if Taika did, I would think it's too wacky at this point.
So you think
I love Taika and everything he does, but I think at this point Thor, this part of this tone of Thor should move on to something else.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Which also leads to Thor: Love and Thunder gets hammered by a 60% drop in its second weekend with 46 million.
Interesting.
So it killed in the first week like 300 or 400 million worldwide, and now it's dropped a bit. It'll probably end up not being the lowest MCU movie. I think Ant-Man, the first Ant-Man had that, but it'll probably end up around the 500 to $600 million range. I think by the time it's done, which isn't the worst. Okay, so Fantastic Four news. This one is ludicrous. The rumor mill claims that Steven Spielberg is being courted to direct the MCU reboot. When we were talking about directors, I don't think we ever mentioned Spielberg. I think we were both on board with Bryce Dallas Howard.
Very much so. What has happened?
So we also, maybe we did mention Spielberg because
everything falls apart when I leave and go on vacation.
Yeah.
Everything, every single time I go, I haven't gone in. And of course, when I get back, I can't even mention like fucking 3 things in my life that's going on and going wrong right now. But this is fucking number 4 right here, and that's no pun intended. Fuck.
So we might have mentioned him in passing just because there was a report that Kevin Feige was looking to hire an experienced director that he didn't have to micromanage, like Sam Raimi, because he enjoyed not having to be on the set every day or every week. Like, you know, he wanted a director he could trust. Spielberg is a director you could trust to run a set, efficiently.
Yeah, of course.
Professionally.
On budget.
And while his last movie, West Side Story, the remake or reboot or whatever you want to call it, did very well critically, it did not do well box office wise.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I feel like he would do a good job. He's Steven Spielberg. He has done a lot. Like, there's not a lot of things that he has done poorly. Even I'm
literally trying to think right now. I'm like
what has he made?
What has he done poorly?
Terrible? Right.
I mean, I haven't seen West Side Story yet, but I was told that it was good.
Yeah, like that's not something I would really watch, but
thanks for looking it up, by the way.
Yeah.
Did you? Okay, as you're looking that up and you see it, did you watch
the Indiana Jones and Kingdom of Crystal Skull?
Oh, yeah, right. Right. It's so bad because I enjoyed that one because it was about aliens. But
the director. I never saw Ready Player One.
It was amazing.
Was it? Okay.
It was so good.
The post
it was so fucking good, dude. You gotta see it. Oh man. Yeah, no. I'm saying you have to watch it, not that you would have seen it. Yeah.
Bridge of Spies was good. Like, Lincoln was great. Warhost was fine. Yeah, Crystal Skull doesn't exist. Munich was good. War of the Worlds was good. The Terminal, Catch Me If You Can. Like, these are all.
Yeah.
Like, where's the worst movie on here?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I would agree with you. I would say that
he's done one terrible movie. And that was
yeah. Oh, and don't forget, everyone, get excited. He's shooting this first music video on his phone.
Oh,
fucking Marcus Jesus Mumford? Christ!
Cannibal. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's
what a dog shit fucking article that was.
Oh, it's a semi-autobiographical based on his life.
Anyway,
so he could be the director. Let us know if you think he would be a good choice. I think he's fine.
I do, and I don't.
I just don't know that he's a comic book guy. Like, I guess
no.
Like, you know, the Russo brothers were comic book guys. Like, they got it. Like, they get the material and you know. Yeah. We'll see.
I know.
So Namor is back. He's getting his own comic book series.
Oh, wow.
That's strange before Black Panther 2 comes out that Namor suddenly has his own series again. Marvel likes to do this all the time. They came out with a new Jane Foster limited 5-issue series before Thor: Love and Thunder. They've done this before. The Taskmaster had a 5-issue limited series before Black Widow came out. So expect Namor to be in Black Panther. I'm pretty sure it's like leaked, confirmed at this point of who's playing him, but
is it?
You know, yeah, until he's in the movie, we don't know for sure. But yeah. So Christopher Cantwell is working on this. It's a very special thing. I'm getting to do a Namor of the Submariner comic. This is the first idea I've ever blind pitched to Marvel. I'm thrilled that they said yes. The story takes place 100 years in the future on a mostly flooded Earth, and Namor rules the world.
That's pretty dope.
When does this? I don't know that this has a release date. It's got to be coming soon, though. If it's already solicited, then if it's already in solicitations, it's like at least it's about 3 months out.
So before we get updated news from this weekend coming up,
Yeah.
The most updated timeline is I Am Groot August 10th, then She-Hulk on August 17th. Then
what is I Am Groot? Is that an
it's like an animated show.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a show
or a movie, like a
No. I think it's a short. Okay. Yeah. And then there's a big gap between August and then nothing until November, which is Black Panther 2, and then another gap of 3 months until Ant-Man and the Wasp in February, and then Guardians May 5th, and the Marvels July 28th. So they're obviously there's
Well, there's also there's a Guardians Halloween special. There's a Halloween special coming.
Was it Halloween or Christmas?
Yeah, James. So there's two. There's a James Gunn Guardians Christmas thing coming, and there's also a Halloween thing coming. But I believe those are animated.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I don't know. I don't see Marvel not having something big in December, January, like. Maybe Echo? Oh no. Yeah, maybe Loki season 2. They've been I don't know, that's
maybe they'll surprise something, you know what I mean, this weekend, and then we'll get something in December or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I know they've been filming Echo and they've been filming Loki season 2. I don't know what the production lead time is on Loki season 2 for effects, obviously. You know what? I forgot to put this in the notes, and I meant to say something to you after watching the credits for Thor: Love and Thunder. This isn't a spoiler. But a lot of there's been some reports of visual effects studios coming out, at least people who work for those studios, saying it sucks to work for Marvel.
Yeah,
because they will have super tight deadlines. They'll say I need this in 2 weeks and give you, and like they have ridiculous requests to get things done, so it's a lot of crunch. The thing on Thor: Love and Thunder that I noticed was there must have been 20 different effects studios in the credits. Where this seems really weird to me, 10 years ago, it felt like it was, Lucas, Skywalker Ranch for sound.
Yeah.
And you had two or three, and that was it. But maybe
I would agree.
In this day of age of everyone being super busy and everyone behind, they're farming it out to, and you know what? We'll talk about, we'll talk about that when you're done watching Thor and Thunder, but we'll talk about visual effects. But we'll talk about that. I'll put that in the notes for next week, that after you see Thor.
Okay.
We'll talk about visual effects. So I don't know, maybe Echo, maybe it was Loki.
I also saw a report that the actor that played Foggy in Daredevil signed a contract.
One of the Bash brothers.
Yeah, one of the Bash brothers is back. So,
wait,
yeah.
No, what was his name in The Mighty Ducks? Fulton.
Is that what it was? I can't believe we get more. I can't believe we get more Daredevil and She-Hulk. We're gonna see fucking. Oh my god, I already forgot his name. Charlie Cox walk around, yeah, and say more than 10 lines.
Okay, so last thing of news, and then I'm gonna do a little unboxing of stuff I got from various.
Ooh.
So release Snyder Cut was fueled by bots, and Zack was like a Lex Luthor wreaking havoc. In a bombshell report, which Rolling Stone released, nearly 13% of all released the Snyder Cut accounts are fake, and that director Zack Snyder may or may not have been involved. Ooh, was he pulling the strings of the bots? Did he hire bot farms?
Oh man, this is getting so tasty.
So the major findings in the Rolling Stone article, just for a list here, Zack Snyder reportedly threatened to ruin Jeff Johns and John Berg. Following the announcement of his director's cut of Justice League in 2020, Snyder was reportedly hell-bent on removing the names to producers from the film, Jeff Johns and John Berg, who he believed had negatively impacted him losing control of DC Films at Warner Brothers. No, he was the problem. Well, he's why he lost creative control, because he's not creative. I mean, in the terms of being good at DC movies. Jeff and John are dragging their feet on taking their names off my cut. Now I'll destroy them on social media, according to an executive in the post-production department. At least 13% of the released Snyder Cut accounts were fake. It's a drastic uptick from the standard 3 to 5% of fake accounts cyber experts typically find on any trending topic. Q5id and Graphica also identified the suspicious activity independently, while another firm, Alethea Group, discovered that ForSnyderCut.com had once been registered to a person who ran an ad agency that promised to bring cheap instant avatar traffic to your website. So avatar, like avatar movie, or just like headless people of avatars?
I'm going to assume headless avatars, so it's just social media accounts with avatars.
Rival studios were baffled by the movement for months. Understandable. But it finally became clear post-release that something was not right. The digital marketing executive explained the bizarre phenomenon. Just look at the drop, trending at 1 million tweets a day for when they wanted to release the Snyder Cut, and it dropped down to 40,000 within days. You don't see a drop like that organically. Instead, the executive says it appears to be a classic example of weaponizing a movement. Zack Snyder suspected... What is he wearing? What's that glove he's wearing? Zack Snyder suspected to be involved in the manipulation. And an even more shocking revelation, many of the 20 individuals that Rolling Stone spoke to suspected that Snyder himself was involved in the campaign and was manipulating events, potentially even funding it. Snyder tosses the blame on Warner Brothers and claims the studio was trying to leverage my fan base to bolster subscribers to their new streaming service. Zach, while Rolling Stone stopped short of accusing Snyder of definitely being involved, they do seemingly suggest he likely knew that he knew more than he was letting on. Zach was like Lex Luthor wreaking havoc.
Oh my god.
Threats of violence prompted Warner Brothers to act. After researching online conversation about the Snyder Cut of the Justice League's release, specifically hashtags release the Snyder Cut and restore the Snyderverse, they detected an increase in negative activity created by both real and fake authors. One identified community was made up of real and fake authors that spread negative content about Warner Media for not restoring the Snyderverse. Additionally, 3 main leaders were identified within the authors' scan on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, 1 leader on each platform. These leaders receive the highest amount of engagement and have many followers, which gives them the ability to influence opinion.
Dude, this is getting hilariously juicy. But oh man. I mean, I understand. I get it. I understand. Hiring marketing firms to do PR.
To boost reviews after abysmal Batman v Superman fan engagement.
I mean, and also boost reviews. Yeah, like I would just assume that's almost like a common thing, but I wouldn't say that it is on a large scale like this.
A source claims that following the abysmal critical reception of Batman v Superman, Snyder hired a digital marketing firm to juice fan engagement. While it still earned $874 million globally, it was considered one of the year's biggest disappointments. Snyder showed his first cut of Justice League to WB execs almost a year later in 2017, and it was met with a tepid response, with Kevin Tushihara and those in attendance deeming it a convoluted disaster and full-on failure. They would seek out Joss Whedon shortly thereafter as a writer and consultant. Zack was humiliated by Whedon coming on board.
Snyder stole hard drives from Warner Brothers. Oh my god, dude!
You're skipping ahead.
Sorry, I saw it. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Whedon comes on board. Snyder reportedly was not very receptive after Whedon gave notes.
Of course.
So after the unfortunate, unimaginable tragedy when his 20-year-old daughter committed suicide, he continued to work on the film. The studio, meanwhile, had Whedon working on trying to lighten the film's tone, which I don't think you need to lighten the tone. It could
not at all. Zero. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking, but that's fine.
You can have humor in a dark thing.
Of course.
So then in May, Snyder screened his final version for the studio's heads, clocking in a reasonable 2 hours and 18 minutes, but it was also met negatively, with the source claiming it was unwatchable and joyless. Considering the actual film clocked in at over 4 hours, that sounds about right. After the disaster screening, Snyder announced his departure while simultaneously announcing the death of his daughter. Oh, I didn't know that. Did you know that?
Yeah.
That he finished the film and then left instead of like I always thought it was like his daughter committed suicide and he left and the film wasn't finished. That's how I thought.
They may have that wrong. They may. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the report's right, but that might be wrong.
Zack Snyder stole hard drives. According to the report, Snyder sent one of his editors back to Warner Brothers to retrieve hard drives that contained his footage. Since it was studio property, they asked him to return the hard drives, but he refused. He contends that he is contractually obligated to any files connected to the film and that he was not asked. Security was informed of the matter, but no action was taken since the film was already out. And no one thought he would attempt to put together an alternate cut.
Oh man, this is getting wacky. I don't know. Yeah, like
outsiders began wondering who exactly was funding some of the more high-profile publicity stunts, including a Times Square ad and a plane flying over San Diego Comic-Con. Jesus. Instead of calling off his supporters, Snyder only added fuel to the fire by posting a film of canisters with the title of the then fabled director's cut. He refused to return hard drives, which were studio property. This is more just orchestrated bullshit from Zack. Snyder received $60 million to finish director's cut, and he secretly shot scenes during the pandemic. That we already knew. Zack Snyder and Ray Fisher may have been working in tandem.
I could see that.
All the insiders interviewed by Rolling Stone say they believe Fisher and Snyder were working in tandem. Based on Fisher's tweets coming directly on the heels of Snyder's behind-the-scenes demands, Snyder calls the allegation totally untrue. Fisher declined to comment. Martian Manhunter was never supposed to be in the movie. I thought he always said that he was supposed to. Anyway, Snyder reportedly threatened to delete other footage from the film if he didn't have his way. Around the same time, Ray Fisher turned up the heat on Walter Hamada, who was Snyder's main opposition and the one requesting Martian Manhunter be removed. Hamada was also absolved of any wrongdoing during the external investigation. Was actually working on a different Warner Brothers media subsidiary where Justice League was even released. Jason Kilar overruled the team and allowed Martian Manhunter to appear, which upset many studio insiders. Why would they be upset that he was in the... Oh, he was not in the script. Okay. Snyder was also granted extra $13 million to finish the film, raising the production to $73 million. Marketing cost took... Oh, Jesus.
That's unreal.
It took over $100 million. That's $73 million while people were losing their jobs at the studio for a director's cut of a film that already lost hundreds of millions of dollars. The studio never would have released my version of Justice League unless it made financial business sense for them. According to Samba TV, 1.8 million American households watched at least the first 5 minutes of the film.
Holy
fuck. It was behind Wonder Woman 1984. However, only 1/3 finished the film in one sitting. By the end of his first weekend, it had reached 2.2 million households, with only 36% finishing in one sitting. I didn't finish it in one sitting. I think we did it in 2 or 3.
I did it in 2 sittings.
Approximately 4 million U.S. households watched it after nearly 40 days. It's believed it to be the 8th most streamed film of 2021, but a far cry from the blockbuster success. Godzilla vs. Kong director Adam Wingard reportedly asked Zack Snyder to tell his fans to stop review bombing his film, but Snyder did nothing.
That fucking pisses me off, man. That fucking pisses me off so hard. Fuck that. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, you're gonna screw with other people's movies because
that's fucking bullshit, man. Fuck Snyder for that.
The Snyder vs. Dead, Zack Snyder,
whatever.
On Netflix, having delivered Army of Dead, which was okay. It's currently working on the 2-part Rebel Moon, where Ray Fisher is playing a resistance fighter named Blood Axe. That's a great name.
That's a coincidence. Hey, that's a coincidence. How about that?
Walter Hamada, who championed Matt Reeves' The Batman, is expected to remain on board, as will Jeff Johns, who's behind the CW Stargirl. Zack Snyder's statement: as an artist, it was fulfilling to be able to finally see my vision realized after such a difficult time in my life, and for it to be so well received. I'm grateful to both the fan community and Warner Brothers for allowing this to happen. To dwell on negativity and rumors serves no one. This sets a precedent. It's my concern with manipulation that's happening inside these movements relative to bots. You can drive the court of a public opinion. It needs to be dealt with because it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
Fuck Zack Snyder.
Yeah, not really down with this.
I get him being upset he didn't get his version of the movie and they didn't like it, but his like Joss Whedon at the time was probably was the best director to take the reins, given his success of Avengers.
It's literally the only reason.
And his clout in the comic book community. However, it was hard. Like, it's hard to polish a turd. He didn't really do a good job of it in the beginning. He also had some problems of his own on the set with his behavior.
Yeah, probably didn't even use polish.
Yeah, like, it was just a bad thing all around.
Yeah.
And while the Snyder cut is definitely better than the original, it's a low bar for the Snyder cut to be good.
Yeah.
Especially how bad Batman v Superman was. Okay, so we'll do some little unboxing of things I got, and then we'll wrap up the show.
Ooh.
People will be interested. I don't know.
Let's see.
So this is from the first package is from Nowhere Comics in Toronto. I don't really remember what's in here.
Okay.
I feel like it's probably some Ghost Rider stuff. Back
for the audience information, I actually can't see the video, so you can tell me all about it.
I would do that.
That's okay. We'll figure it out later. We'll talk to Jonathan. Fucker, he hasn't even been working. Yeah, you.
Yeah, so I decided to start a Ghost Rider 90s
cool
collection. That's like Danny Ketch is the Ghost Rider I grew up with reading, so I'm now going back and reliving some of my childhood.
Cool.
By collecting the 90s Ghost Rider, so I started doing that. I think this is probably part of it. Let me see. Let me see 1 second if I can share this.
Oh, sure. It's all good. Take your time. Bye-bye.
That?
Well, here's one for you. I took a job while I was in Mexico, and I was kind of drunk, and I forgot. Just found out now. I can see you and other stuff now.
Can you see this?
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for that. Ooh.
Oh man, there's a lot of stuff here.
Really?
Yeah, more than I thought there would be. Oh, they gave you a freebie. Yeah, usually Nowhere Comics will give you a freebie. Supreme Madness. I don't know, whatever that is. I don't always know what they get. Like, they just give you random stuff. Okay. Oh yeah, so I ordered some. I'm also doing Department of Truth back issues.
Oh, cool.
So there's some of that.
Ooh. What else we got in there?
Oh, that's all good. Also Department of Truth.
Ooh, that's a sick cover.
Oh yeah, okay. So there's 2 boxes here.
It's dope as fuck, actually.
There's 2 orders in 1 box because they also have the ship my whole box feature now, so you can.
Oh, cool.
They have you can order whatever you want, and then when you think it's full or enough to fit in one, well, this is number 4. Then they'll finally send it out, so you're not paying a ton of money for shipping.
Indeed.
What else we got here? Oh yeah, they also had a sale on back issues. I think like 50% off for Canada Day.
Oh, nice.
So more Detective Comics as I go backwards in time for Detective.
Oh, that's
Comics.
cool. Actually, that was.
I was missing a couple of Justice League issues from this current run.
Wow, those are really good.
Oh yeah, here's the Ghost Rider.
Oh wow.
So Ghost Rider, that 2030. That's near mint. That's correct. It is near mint.
Wow, nice.
Damn. Oh, they're only like $3 books, but
yeah.
To get something that's near mint,
that's cool.
From the 90s at this point that we're just sitting in a long box somewhere. It's
Yeah.
It's handy. Yes, these are all other Ghost Riders.
Mm.
You know, only like 70 more issues to go. I was able to get my hands on a Ghost Rider #1 slabbed at a reasonable price. It's gone up quite a bit for 9.8s for slabbed, but I got a 9.4, I think. 9.4
Nice.
for like $70. I'm not like 9.8s are nice to have for your collection, obviously, but I'm not like if it's something I'm collecting a run of.
Yeah.
I don't mind it being a little less than
That's pretty nice.
than that, especially when the price is like for a 9.8 crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this one is from Captain Comics. I'm pretty sure Batman 125 is in here. That Jock one we saw earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's two places now that I'm giving up where I get my comics from.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Canada Comics out of Brantford. Yeah, Brantford.
Okay.
They're probably the biggest online retailer in Canada for back issues and buying new stuff.
Oh wow.
And then Nowhere Comics is out of Toronto. They used to be only online, but I think they have a store now in Toronto.
I'll
Or
have to
like
look that
out of
up.
their basement or something.
I might have been there. Let me check.
The Nowhere Comics.
Mm-hmm.
They always send you a card advertising Canada Captain Comics, but like I've been ordering them for like 3 years. I feel like it's a waste to send me a card every time. Oh yeah, they also do a nice job packaging with painter's tape.
Is it spelled KNOWHERE?
It's like Nowhere.
Then I don't think I know. I don't think they have a
like
store.
Nowhere, like Guardians of the Galaxy, the place where they all where
Yeah.
they all go to
Yeah.
get where Cosmo is the head of security.
Yeah.
Oh, and I finally finished that Guardians of the Galaxy game. It was really good. It was a little long.
Yeah.
I felt like the last boss encounter probably could have been cut, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the writing was really solid, and the voice acting was really good too. Okay, so so here, Absolution #1 that came out looks like Blade Runner.
Wow, that's dope.
Obi-Wan #2 variant.
Oh.
What else we got here?
Moon
Knight
Knight?
Black, White, and Blood #2 because
That's sick. That's fucking
I don't
sick.
remember if I missed this issue or there's a first appearance in it. Oh, there's a first appearance of a priestess in there. That's why I bought a second copy just in case, last issue of Silver Surfer Reboot, I think #5, which I think that just finished that miniseries.
That's all right.
Ah, right. Stuff off the backboard. Wait, why? Why is that a backboard? Not? Oh, it's because of this. Ah, so this is the Batman 125.
Whoa.
Jock failsafe first appearance.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That's sick.
So this is the one in 50.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really nice. I saw we were going over that before in the key collection. Like, I should see if I can get that one. And luckily, Captain Comics had it.
Got a few of those, eh?
Yeah, I picked up a couple of different variants of
Let's see what you got. Little unfold.
Have you been watching that show Severance?
No, but I heard it's great.
Oh, the wife and I just started watching it, dude.
Yeah, eh?
We're also watching For All Mankind.
Okay.
That Ron Morris based one. That's pretty good too. So it's like the premise of that is if Russia had made it to the moon first in the 60s.
Gotcha.
So that's where it kind of starts off from, and the deviation from the timeline of the space race.
Spazraz.
Oh. Last 4 here.
Cool.
Twig number 2.
Oh.
I don't know if that's good. I don't know if the book is good yet. I'm behind, and I don't like if I get number 1 and I haven't got to number 1 and number 2 comes out. I usually try and get the second copy just in case.
Yeah.
There's another Batman 125 variant. That's in Hook Leaf. Seven Sons Part 1. I read this is good, so I
nice. That looks really good.
Brim number 3 foil variant.
Ooh, wow.
Shiny. Because the light's reflecting, but yeah.
That's all good. No, it's sick. That was sweet. That's sweet.
Yeah. So if you haven't checked out Grim yet, I would suggest it. It's been pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, so that's been me showing off things I buy because whatever. I bought a second camera. I might as well use it for something.
Yes.
Okay, this has been Matt and Josh. We sell comics, and we'll be back next week, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.